Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Google Workspace Recap, a Tab Geeks Network show. Each week we take you through everything announced by Google Workspace, discussing the updates of the week and other relevant news and announcements. My name is Jesse Nolan, my co-host is Steve Larson, and we're here to help you keep up. Don't miss our other show, SaaS Showdown, which is totally focused on SaaS. We just released the first episode of Season 2, and it is all about document collaboration, and introduces, I believe for the first time, SaaSOps Cat. Check out all of our latest episodes from our two tech... Yep, it's in there. Check out our latest episodes from our two tech community rock stars, Layton and Colin McCarthy, on our YouTube channel, as well as anywhere that you listen to podcasts, or your favorite place to listen to podcasts. If you don't know that YouTube channel, get over there. You can also see us talking heads in talking form. For this podcast is youtube.com/tabgeeks. So go ahead, take a look at that, and enjoy. How's it going, Steve?
Pretty good. And I was just, perusing some of our listener feedback, and someone said to us, the Workspace Recap podcast is actually more dependable than Google itself, which I thought was hilarious and funny because, we've been releasing it all the time, every week.
Yep.
And, out of 100% uptime, I guess you could say, right?
Oh, baby.
Don't get that with any other cloud provider.
Nope. Well, our release timeline has had some delays at times, but we always get it out in one way or another.
I mean,
one form or another.
We've never committed to the specific day and time, which is every week.
That's fair. You are correct there.
That's what the commitment is, every week. Yes.
Yes, it is a weekly show, folks. Tune in every week for the latest news out of Google, whether Google provides it or not.
Right. And we'll just make it up.
We've come close a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's like, there's 2 updates. What do we do? We'll make it up.
Yeah, well, right. We'll find a way to fill up, an hour worth of airtime. So.
Well, we've had some short ones, but even those, we schmooze a little bit more. We get a little more loosey-goosey with the chatting. So.
Exactly right. But not tonight. Tonight, we're going to get through this pretty quick.
Well, it's a short show, but Steve is...
Short show. I'm also just exhausted. Been up all day. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend. So I'm trying to get through anything else. Yeah, there are a few late nights, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
But then just couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, I had early mornings because I got little kids at home, and so I was like, I could stay up half the night playing poker with the guys, but my kids are going to be up at 6 a.m., so no.
Right, you got to be ready.
Yep. I did have a productive day today, though. I bought a new car, so that's very exciting.
Nice. More space for everyone, huh?
Oh, yeah, more space.
Nice.
Got the minivan, going the minivan route. Brand new Honda Odyssey. Pretty excited.
I guess there's a lot of bells and whistles in those things these days, isn't there?
Dude, it has
tech
2 things.
Features, right?
2 things I'm going to draw your attention to. One is a straight-up video drop-in for the kids in the back. It's got a dome camera on the roof of the car inside, and on the actual...
dome camera to, see back there, almost like a CCTV?
Yeah. Yep,
Oh my gosh,
to be able to see the kids in the back and the back row to make sure that everybody's okay or sleeping or, not fighting, or if they are fighting, what the hell they're fighting about, or, whatnot. Yeah. And on top, and it shows up in your dash, by the way. It's not like an additional thing. It shows up in your navigation console. And in addition to that, there's another feature that's just whacked awesome. So these, the higher trims have a entertainment package where they have the screens in the back of the seats, and the DVD player in the dash. And which kind of is still blowing my mind a little bit mind-boggling is in today's day and age. I mean, I guess for the long road trips, you don't want to be streaming everything, but still, even if you're streaming, you can download stuff. I mean, I heard that Kia had included, I think, an Amazon Fire as part of theirs instead of a DVD player, but in the past, whenever I've had those, within 6 months, they're already starting to feel sluggish, so I like the ability just to plug in my own device. But the cool thing here is that there's a feature, it's an intercom. So the kids are all in the back and they got their headphones on, they're plugged into the entertainment system in the van, and I can hit a button and pipe my voice into their headsets and pause whatever they're listening to tell them to, hey, we're getting out of the car soon, or buckle up, or shut up, or whatever it is that I want to do. Right. I was like, dude, game changers right there. Previously, when we were kids, things would just all hell, pandemonium
Right.
in minivans. So
I remember many trips where it was pulling over to the side of the road. Pulling over. I'm pulling over. So
Yep. I will stop this van right now if you don't sit down. Shut up.
yeah.
Nowadays, it's I
Mine
will
stopped a
pause
few
your
times.
video if you don't stop fighting.
Right.
Good times. So anyway, good stuff. I like that they throw in all this stuff to make us feel better about the fact that we're buying a boat. They even call it a people mover. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have all that extra fun gizmos and gadgets. And they used to actually have a vacuum cleaner in it, and I learned that they removed it. This is for the car nerds out there. They removed the vacuum cleaner from the trunk because of supply chain issues due to COVID.
Really?
The company that was making the vacuum was having issues, and then they I think they went bankrupt or something, and then they got bought, and they haven't resumed operations yet with the new owners of the company. So
if you got
no
one,
vacuum
you're
in
lucky.
mine. If you got one, you're lucky. I honestly don't think I would end up using it anyway. So I appreciate the extra storage space, which is what a minivan is all about. That, people, and storage. So
Yeah.
good times.
right.
We digress. What do we got?
We have 5 updates from this week. A few silent releases sprinkled in the end of week recap, and then also some updates on the Drive for Desktop client, as well as we're looking at some of the Chrome updates that happened in the Ammon console too. So those are some things to be mindful of with the version 105 release of Chrome. And speaking of Chrome, we got to get back on that series. Hopefully try to get Chrome updates going again as a dedicated episode.
Yep.
But let's get through the updates here. So let's see. Let's talk about... and then also there were two more things in the news. The future of Google Currents and migration to Spaces, and then the future of work as hybrid, so that you can get those two as well. Let's run through those silent releases, the headlines, and then we'll dive into the details. So end of week recap had 3 topics added in there. 1, refining notifications on the Google Classroom app. You can also insert Google Maps place chips into Google Docs. I don't know if you've been using the chips in Google Docs recently, but I have been using the meeting notes and email drafts quite a lot in the last few weeks. They've been very useful. Yeah, and the cool thing with the meeting notes is that when you do add meeting notes, it will automatically pull up the attendee list and match who's there with the responses on the calendar invite. So as long as people have responded correctly and they are or not there, then that list is accurate because you have people the strike through text and they're not there. And you can of course adjust that and modify it and just remove all the people that didn't show up kind of thing and add some people back. But that's cool. And then also the email templates. So we've been sending out some decent number of communications to both members and staff. So the email draft template is a nice little feature to have in there because I was doing that pretty frequently on my own. I was just, filling out the to subject and then collaborating on the email before we send it out. So that's been pretty useful. So this new one for Maps is see how often people use that one. Next, again on the silent releases, this is the last one here, is Google Meet now automatically adjusts the volume of meeting participants, and you just need to make sure you have noise canceling on for that one. And then in terms of our published releases, as I said, we have 5 this week. Dark Canvas theme is now available on Google Meet hardware home screen. Next, you can easily customize the digital signage on your Google Meet hardware through AppSpace. Third, here's you can insert emojis in line with text in Google Docs. Jeez, emojis again. Seriously, it is the number 1 update of the year is emojis.
Emojis for the win.
Oh, all right. Well done, Google. Thanks for keeping my emojis up to date. Work Insights reporting for Google Chat and Google Meet. And then finally, Google Hangouts will be fully upgraded to Google Chat starting the 1st of November 2022. And then in terms of some of our other updates, I'll mention those and actually talk about them in detail here. Get through these two. The Drive for Desktop application is now on version 63. And this comes with some pretty substantial updates for the client-side encryption feature that we have been speaking about on previous episodes. So some improvements, or not, I think it had it before. This is just some additions and improvements. So improvements to the client-side encryption include enable CSE for shared drives. There's added support for macOS users on file provider. There's the added ability to encrypt and upload local files to Google Drive, and improved error handling and notifications of encryption issues. So yeah, I think some of the stuff there is new. So not just all updates and improvements, but some added features. And some other updates here also include on the app, they resolve some issues with real-time presence, some issues with Excel files, and some error handling for uploads from USB drives, and some additional, the well-known and loved additional bug fixes and performance updates. It just encompasses, this just means like they made things better. Don't want to be too specific though. Right, and then the last kind of part of additional updates that we've seen out there this last week is for the Chrome Enterprise and Education admin console for your users there. This is actually specifically to admin console updates. I'm just kind of limiting it to that. If you want to go and check out all of the updates 105 brings you, we'll share the link in the show notes. But specific to the admin console, what you're going to be working in day out as a Workspace admin there is that there's now group-based policy for managed apps and extensions. You can configure alerts for extension requests. You can browse details of the installed apps and extension UX changes. And there are some new policies in the admin console there as well. So there are some of those updates and headlines. And if we want to get into the silent releases that we had there, first one on our list was the refining notifications on the Google Classroom app. So this is going to be coming to iOS and Android devices, and you'll be able to go into the settings of your preferences for Classroom push notifications and tailor your email notifications as you need them for the app. So it makes it a little bit more customizable. This feature is only going to be available to Education Fundamentals, Education Plus, Education Standard, and the Teaching and Learning Upgrade customers only. So you Classroom users out there that are not education based, you will not see those updates. Next, that additional chip menu in Google Docs. So they have added this functionality to say at and then place, and that will then start to pull in a map image, and it'll get you the address there. So you can insert that into those documents. This one is starting to roll out, or started to roll out already on the 22nd of August. And that was for the rapid release domains. For the scheduled release domains, it will begin in a couple days on the 8th of September. And there's some links we can share with that as well to help you out. And then finally, Google Meet now automatically adjusts the volume of meeting participants. Was Google listening to me? Did it respond? Did you hear it? I thought maybe it did. Sorry.
Nope, I didn't hear it.
Okay, sorry. So this is when meeting participants are using those different devices to join a meeting. This can lead to discrepancies in volume, and some participants sounding louder than others. So This will automatically adjust the audio of all participants and help keep you, make sure that everyone is loud enough, not too loud or not too soft. It's like, the porridge with the bears, right? You want to make it just right. All right. This one is going to be available to all Workspace Business Standard customers, Business Plus, Enterprise Essentials, Enterprise Standard, Enterprise Plus, Education Plus, and the Teaching and Learning Upgrade, as well as frontline and individual customers. And then jumping into the first major update that we had in terms of the weekly announcements. The dark canvas theme is now available on Google Meet hardware, the home screen there. Pretty straightforward. Dark canvas mode makes everything dark. Go back to light. Everything's white. That's it.
Is there dark mode for the regular browser Meet yet? Did I miss that?
I don't know, but not sure. There might be.
I love dark mode.
Yeah. Well, this is Google adding a bunch of these new canvas wallpapers, and they've got some artists that I guess have done some of this, it says. This is, I'm looking at some of the additional details here because we know, again, that one's an important section to read in these updates. Existing wallpaper settings in the admin console has now been renamed home screen. So there it goes back. Earlier, I was saying that there are some changes in the admin console settings. This is one of them. And the canvas option has been split into two options, canvas light, canvas dark. Each option will have a unique selection of wallpapers specifically chosen to pair well with the selected home screen theme. And admins, you have the ability to opt in to the feature or opt out. This feature here is an opt-in, so by default it will not be on. It will just kind of remain as is, but unless you want to adjust it. And this can be found in Devices, Google Meet, Hardware, Settings, Device Settings, and then in the home screen there. Rollout for this one is going to be on a gradual rollout up to 15 days for visibility for both rep release and schedule release domains, starting the 29th of August. All customers on Workspace will get this, as well as G Suite Basic and Business ones. And of course, the Meet hardware has to support this, and also not reach their auto update expiration date. Something caught my tongue. It's like, you ever get like one of those, like, I don't know, just like something's on the side of your tongue, and then you like, I don't know, it's always rubbing up against. It's just annoying.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, those are not fun. Definitely know what you're talking about.
It's like I don't know, it's like hitting the back of my teeth wrong or something like that. It's just weird. All right. Next, and then I'm all congested too, so I'm not sounding myself today. I'm only tired. I'm just congested. I've been congested with allergies, I think, or something.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week too, I think.
Yeah. It's been helping a little bit, but sorry. Next on the list here is that we can easily customize digital signage on your Google Meet hardware through AppSpace. There was back in December 2021, Google announced the ability for admins to use their displays as digital signage, and when the devices are not in use. This is going to give admins a little bit more customization by using their AppSpace digital signage content. And with this, you can get some of the better images, I guess, out there onto these devices. Additional details here is that you need to use AppSpace's advanced registration flow, and there's a link in the article with Google to make it easier to pre-register all your Google Meet hardware at once. And I think they're just talking about cost here and who's paid what. There might be some additional ones depending on what level of service you go with. And then also Google says here, in some cases, this feature can conflict with the power saving feature on your Meet hardware devices. And to ensure that your custom screensaver is visible, set that display as active during the working hours in the organization unit you're targeting. Rollout for this one looks like they're opt-in and managed with the OU, so that should be out to everyone already. And then to use apps-based content on Meet hardware, there's a whole process here of what you need to do. Feel free to have a look at that, and it'll kind of tell you how to select and choose all those different options here. And that, let's see, we got to rollout pace for this one and availability. So rollout to this for this feature is going to be both to scheduled release and rapid release domains on a gradual rollout up to 15 days for feature visibility, beginning the 29th of August. And this is going to be going to all Workspace customers as well as G Suite Basic and Business, and the supported hardware equipment, of course, also needs to apply. All right, next, my favorite updates of all time, Jesse. It is emojis. You can now insert emojis in line with text in your Google Docs. This is great. I've been waiting for this feature forever. No, said no one ever. I mean, great. So now they're going to be in line. Okay. So no admin controls for this one. It's just a way that they get laid out, I guess, on the page. And you can get a list of them as you click into one, which is pretty cool. And rollout pace. Let's see, I get the rollout pace. Yep, I think that is pretty much everything. This is a pretty quick one. It is going out to rapid release domains on the 20th of August. Gradual rollout up to 15 days for visibility. Scheduled releases start the 12th of September on a gradual rollout for up to 15 days for feature visibility there. And all Workspace customers will get the benefit of this one.
I like emojis. I don't know that I really needed them inline. I do like emojis.
Yeah.
In fact, I just started using them in the what do you call it? The bottom of all of our videos, so you can tell, which thing is for the community and which thing is for our other shows and so on. And it helps to really break up the monotony of text. So I guess I'm getting all millennial and shit and whatnot, throwing those in there to make it easier to read. But yeah, I don't know that this was such a high priority thing to release. But I guess, it had to get in here at some point, given the way that people communicate these days.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be an emoji team. So what else are they going to do other than play with emojis, right? So
sure. Let's get emoji reactions and Meet live first. How about that?
Yeah. Well, work insight reporting for Google Chat and Google Meet is coming. So there'll be some more information over there for their logs. And with the Work Insights, it's going to give you some more insight. And there's an upgrade here from the change to Hangouts to Chat. And then, let's see, what else are they saying here? Please introduce a Work Insights product for Meet and Chat. Yeah, so metrics on those products are going to be coming into there. And really nothing customer facing on this one. It's all internal for you to check out and be aware of. And then last but not least, we have Google Hangouts will be fully upgraded to Google Chat starting the 1st of November. So make sure that you have all of that configured properly. This is kind of an ongoing announcement every couple of months, and now we're kind of getting up to the finish line there to kind of get that done November 1st. This is, let's see, I'm just looking through here. Google Hangouts on the web will redirect over to Chat on the web, and Hangouts will no longer be accessible on that first date. And pretty much everyone here will probably have a little bit of an impact on this one, potentially. This is, let's just see what some of the importance things here. This is just talking about some of the chat features and editing and mentions, and which is nice. It is helpful to have that. All right, for some users on this is the admin side update component. Some conversations or portions of conversations won't automatically migrate from Hangouts to Chat, and if you have that impact on your domain, if there are impacted users on your domain, you will receive an email notification with more details and let your users know about this upgrade. should they need to take action on it. Rollout for this one, availability wise, rollout is not on here from what I can tell. It's the first, right? That's what the announcement's all about. But the availability is all Workspace customers as well as G Suite, basic and business. And that's all, Jesse. I will doze off and pass it to you. No, I'm kidding.
Pass out and pass it over to me.
I will. Oh yeah. I'll still stay here. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. If you see Steve start to slowly drift off to the side and then you hear a thud, you'll all know what happened. All right. We talked about the Drive for Desktop update a little bit there. There's some updates in here for, which I think was mentioned before as well, support for macOS users on File Provider, as well as the ability to encrypt and upload local files to Google Drive, and improved error handling and notifications of encryption issues. I don't have this update yet, so I can't tell you how well it works, but I'm sure that I'll have it probably in the next couple of days or so. Usually that's when it rolls out to my M1 MacBook Pro. And I'll be testing although Steve has already been testing the new Mac OS, and it has, you had one little glitch at one point, but I don't think it was related to the new OS, was it?
I can't remember what it was.
At the end?
No, I mean, the biggest complaint that I have is the whole system settings looks like a phone. It's just really annoying now.
That's been coming, though. That's been really a long
annoying.
time converging.
Well, it's the first time I've seen it, so.
Yeah, all right. And then the admin console updates, I actually did not look through these. Steve had put these in here, so if you have anything you want to mention about them, Steve, go ahead, but I'll read them off for you here.
No.
There's a group-based policy for managed apps and extensions. That's under the management category. You can configure alerts for extension requests, which is also under the management category. You have browser details, installed apps and extensions, UX changes, which is under user productivity and apps, as well as management, and new policies in the admin console, which is extremely not specific. But if you are interested in what's in those, we have the links for those, and you can go and check it out. And then we have two other items in the other news. These are events. One is the future of Google Currents and migration to Spaces. So if you are really curious about what's going on there, that's going to be in looks like 9 days here, September the 14th. I did get an email about this one or the other one. The time was changing. So just make sure that you look at both of these so that you have the time 100% correct here. This one right now on the page is listed as Wednesday, September 14th at 5 a.m. Pacific. I will not be attending this one, apparently, because wait a minute. I'm seeing two different times on here. Oh, yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight is going to be 5 a.m. Pacific. So I won't be attending this one, but I'll probably catch the recording of it. But should be an interesting event because Currents, in theory, was going to be interesting, but wasn't used by a lot of us. But there are a lot of people that I know of that are using that for internal communities, especially educational institutions, etc., that have a lot of content on there and are going to want to move that across and find out where it's going. So you should definitely attend this event, and that's on the Google Cloud community. So we've got the link for that in the show notes. The other one here, and I'm just looking around my camera here because it's blocking part of my screen, the future of work is hybrid, another Cloud on Air webinar here. And as is often with many of these, it'll probably be a little bit salesy. But I do always tend to learn some interesting things from here. Javier used to pop into some of these. Obviously, he's gone. I'm trying to see who's going to be speaking on this one. I don't think it actually... Indy Lehal looks like is the speaker. Do you recognize that name, Steve? I don't. I'll have to do some research. Anyway, this is September 13th, so that's in 7 days, 8 hours, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds. Thank you, Google, for giving me a countdown there. I'm not an Android, I promise. That's also at 5 a.m. Pacific time, so I will not be attending that one either. Damn it, Google. I mean, I get it, the EMEA and overseas folks, but I want to attend a session like this as well, so that I can learn from it. So I guess I'll have to catch the recording on this. But just some more details on this is learning how Google Workspace can help you successfully implement basic practices and navigate pitfalls to build a hybrid work environment that can help your team to thrive. Oh, this is a 15-minute webinar. Okay, good times. You'll learn in 15 minutes, probably not a whole lot of detail, how to create an inspiring, equitable, and inclusive work environment, connect teams seamlessly using smart, flexible software and hardware solutions, optimize for productivity and well-being, yada, yada, build a culture to establish best practices, yada, yada. Sorry, I probably wouldn't have even mentioned this if I realized it was only a 15-minute event. Okay, moving on. That's our. It's there in case you're interested. Again, there's if anything, it's always good just to see what questions are asked in those events, or even to network with some of the people that are speaking on those. So that's why I do enjoy attending those events. So. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Again, as I said at the top of the episode, don't miss our latest episode of SaaS Showdown. Just came out. It's going to be released on a bi-weekly, aka every other week cadence there. Hopefully all relatively on the same day. Still going to be cranking those out. And, last season was all about getting kind of the basics of SaaS management. And this next season is going to be a whole lot more. So stay tuned there. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't already. You want to say something, Steve?
Nope, I'm all set. I'm ready to go.
All right, we're going to let Steve go to sleep
ready
here.
To call it a night.
Yeah, you're ready to fall on your face. That's all for this week. Send us your questions and comments on Twitter at Workspace Recap and on our website, workspacerecap.com. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave us a review on your favorite podcasting platform. And have a great week, and we will see you next time on Workspace Recap.